Hello, new year almost. So, new video. Welcome back to my channel, and I know it's been a while. I think my last couple of videos have mostly been concert vlogs, but I am now going to go back to my roots and go through my collection again. And if you followed this channel or even know anything about me at all, you know that I love going through and decluttering. And so it shouldn't come as a surprise to hear that I am actually planning on decluttering again, except this time I'm going to see how far I can take it. So, yes, I am kind of planning on dropping a good part of my collection. If I can, I would actually love to be able to cut it down by at least half. So, honestly, my plan this time is to just be put everything I'm not interested in up for sale, see where that takes me. If it sells, great. If it doesn't, that's fine. I'll just go back and keep it in my collection. But it's probably the end of an era for me. I think I'm slowly losing my touch with collecting, with tariffs, with most of my groups disappearing or releasing music that I'm not really interested in. So that's kind of killed the love of collecting for me. So the structure of today's video is basically going to be, I'm not going to go through these albums again because my album collection hasn't really changed since my last video. So I'm just going to go flip through my photo cards. Then after I flip through my photo cards very quickly, I am going to start pulling out the albums from this shelf and placing them with the photo cards from that album. So I'm just going to try to sell everything in sets to make it easier for me and to reduce the number of transactions I'm doing. Obviously, the albums are probably going to be pretty cheap after the fact, so hopefully everything sells decently quickly, but if not, it's okay. I will still have a collection there for me. So I actually made a comment saying that my last video was probably some concert vlogs. What's funny is that my last concert that I went to for K-pop was for SF9, and I completely forgot whether or not I made a vlog for that. So the vlog that I was actually referencing in my mind was, I think, maybe for TXT. Maybe I did some like short for that, but either way, SF9 was a crazy show. I don't know why I forgot about it. I think just the holiday season and with everything just ramping up in life, it just sort of slipped my mind. So my apologies to SF9. I still love you. You're still so hot and cool and you make great music. I just completely forgot that I went to your concerts, even though I actually went to 2 of them. So that's kind of crazy. That probably tells you where my mental state is regarding collecting though. This is most of my photo card collection. The only binder I'm missing is this Invite You one. I couldn't fit it in the frame, so now I'm just holding it up here. I don't know the lengths of most of these. I think most of these might be like 2 inches or 2.5. So they're pretty thick binders, all things considering. I think depending on the binder, I may also have some large inclusions in there, like posters. I definitely have that for the SF9 and Pentagon binders, but I'm going to go through all of these probably very quickly because I've talked to them before, and this is more for a reference for me whenever I want to look back in the future about my photo card collection before I started getting rid of things. I haven't decided if I'm going to talk over everything. If I do, you'll hear it. If not, you'll also hear it. So you can either enjoy this as ASMR or maybe I'll start talking and then it won't be ASMR. Who knows? My phone is actually always on grayscale right now because I'm trying to reduce my screen time, so I have no idea whether or not this coloring looks okay. That'll be a surprise for me to figure out when I go back and edit this video, but hopefully I don't need to edit too much because I'm trying to reduce my screen time and I'm not really doing a good job of reducing my screen time if I go back and I stare at another computer screen after I work 40 hours a week. One collection I'm definitely downsizing is my Golden Child collection. I don't have much to downsize. I think I only have like 3 pages of photo cards. So this might be the only page I get rid of, but I think I might start throwing in some of their large inclusions here as freebies. I was actually thinking of Golden Child yesterday and I got a little sad over their future, I guess, but that is just the nature of K-pop groups. You get so attached to them and then they end up disbanding or just fading into obscurity. And I've been around K-pop for a long time, but the only group that I really followed for a significant amount of time was Infinite. And they mostly stayed together and kept doing their activities, so I couldn't really relate to not having a lot of content for them. But only one of has also essentially disbanded. I'm actually not too up to date with what they're doing. I think they disbanded. I remember there was a lot of fandom drama in the last couple of months, but I am an only one of fan through music only. So I can't tell you too much about that, except that it definitely happened, and now they're not making music anymore. I think some of them have enlisted. I'm not too sure. Astro, I think I'm also going to start selling some of their albums as well, just because I don't follow them at all, I gotta say. I don't think I follow any of them on Instagram anymore, and my collection of them is just mostly nostalgic at this point. Infinite I will probably keep, but I think some of these photo cards I will be downsizing. I think up until like their hiatus, I have most of Woohyun's actual Infinite album photo cards, but I don't need this many. I'm definitely keeping this page though. I think this page is new, but it's so cute. It's from their latest album, and obviously I had to buy a set, even though I don't have any of their photo cards. But I think, what album is this from? I think I have the actual album. I have no idea, actually. I don't remember. Up next is my Pentagon collection. So Kino actually announced a USA tour again for next year, I think in April. I kind of blacked out when I bought those tickets. If I really think about it more logically, I don't think I should have purchased them because he hasn't really released any sort of new music that I like. I think I listened to his latest album, but nothing really stuck out to me, and I didn't collect it. Don't know why. Oh yeah, I was busy with not getting tariffed out of my butt. So I definitely want to go and support. There's no VVIP benefit in the likes of not needing to line up. So it's not like we were given queue numbers. And so I don't know if I'm dedicated or driven enough to wait from the morning. I think I have better things to do with my time, and I'd rather not spend my time just sitting around in a crowd. I'm actually usually more outgoing than that, but I don't know. I'm just not feeling too motivated to doing so. I will probably still do a banner project, and in that case, if I'm doing a banner project, I might as well be in the front so I can hand it to him. My SF9 banner projects didn't really work, so I'm not feeling miffed over that. Well, I take that back. I'm probably feeling some sort of way. I can't apply that hurt towards Kino, obviously, and I have store credit from the banner supplier, so I can definitely do like another print, essentially for free. So maybe that will actually be my last hurrah when it comes to banner projects. I am starting to just go to more big groups. I go to their concerts more casually, as in I will roll up maybe 10 minutes before the show actually starts, find my seat, and just vibe out. I think that might be more of my scene compared to like a small intimate venue where you're expected to line up from like 9 a.m. But my Pentagon collection is actually so beautiful, I have to say. I know my friends hate the color coding, and I am missing that photo card. I have it off to the side here. One of the reasons why I'm actually considering downsizing my collection is because I just need to declutter. I have way too much stuff just everywhere. Like, one of my goals for 2026 is to actually not buy any new physical object, but to only replace items that I've used up. So by replacing, I mean if I finish a foundation or something, or my cleanser, I can replace that, but I'm not allowed to buy any new ones until I'm finished with said item. Just because I have way too many. I have too many clothes. My size doesn't really change, so I have been wearing a lot of my clothes for a long time. Some of my clothes are over like 5-6 years old. So shout out to anti-consumerism, but I can't really be into anti-consumerism if I'm buying this many albums and photo cards, you know? And I've been thinking, like, it's not like I really need to have physical merch to display or explain my love for a group. So it is kind of unnecessary for me to continue doing this in the future. Like, even Hechan, who's one of my favorite K-pop idols, released a solo album in 2025. Didn't buy it, wasn't interested. I thought about it. I thought about spending like $120 from a single store just so I can actually get free shipping. But then I thought to myself, what's the point? It's just gonna sit on my shelf. I have other photo cards and albums of him. And yes, I could have, purchased to support him in the charts, but he is fine. He wears Rolexes and Cartier watches. I don't think he needs my help at the end of the day. And he lives alone, and his apartment looks great. And that is not an apartment that I can afford by myself either, so he does not need my help. Okay? I'm not going to zoom in because I am lazy, but this is my Invite You photo card album. I have thought about selling part of this collection as well, but this is technically my first official comeback as a universe, and the only albums I have left of these are my own signed versions, and I do not want to sell those at all. One, because I am so sentimentally attached to them, because that's when I talked to Pentagon, and two, because they're expensive. I spent so much money during this era. Like, I think I spent over $1,000, $1,000 trying to get into all these fan calls. Was it worth it? I cannot tell you. $1,000 for what is probably a combined 15 minutes of talking to these dudes. It sounds a little underwhelming when you put it that way, and it's not like my calls are anything special either. So for $1,000, I think I'd rather just spend that on a vacation or on, multiple concerts. But $1,000 is a lot of money. It takes a long time to earn, and for me to essentially just rinse it out in the span of a month and a half was kind of crazy, especially because I didn't make as much money as I did back then as I do now. So it's not like I'm looking at this binder and regretting my experiences. It's just I would not do it again if given the opportunity. SF9, my beloved, saw them in concert twice last month. They were incredible. Like, liking them and experiencing the concert kind of made me want to start collecting them again, but I don't need to do that anymore. I guess I've kind of kicked that little voice in my head that says, oh, you love them, you need to have something that showcases your love for them. I haven't kicked that habit fully because I recently got into a new mobile game called Love in Deep Space. So it is like a dating battling sim. And I'm not sure if you noticed from the quick video before my collection, but I actually do have a standee from there. So even though all of the cards that I collect are fully digital, I still needed to buy something physical to show my love for them. But I have 3 pieces of merch from them, and I think the total price of all 3 pieces of merch was $30. So it's not too heinous yet, but I am spending money on the game. So I think one of the reasons why I am moving away from my collecting hobbies because I just found a new hobby, which is mobile gaming. It's not anything less consumerist or, capitalist, because I still am spending money on the game. Even though the game is free to play, I do spend money trying to collect the cards that I want. And the funny thing about collecting physical cards like this in an album is that I can actually resell these if I wanted to and probably recoup some money back. I'm never going to get the money I spent on Love in Deep Space back because all that money is just going into the void and making my own playing experience better. So is that kind of a lateral move in terms of my money spending? Probably, but it is okay. I can sell my albums and my photo cards. I cannot sell my game account because that is attached to my email and everything. So, oh well. Life kind of comes at you quick. I also need to buy a new tablet because my tablet is not strong enough to play the game. So that's probably where some of this need to make money back is coming from. Obviously, I'll never actually recoup all the money I spent on my hobbies. Like, when you think about K-pop concerts, I think I spent $500 at SF9. And I've spent clearly over $500 on my entire collection. When I used to actually track my K-pop spending, I think I used to spend around $1,000 a year on just like albums and collecting. And that's really crazy when you think about it. Like, I'm also going on vacation for a week on a cruise for $1,000. I guess it's different considerations on how to spend your money. Do you want tangible goods like this, or do you want experiences? Because these goods will last forever. Like, my oldest album is probably from like 2010. So obviously it's paid for itself over since like the last 15 years, but is a vacation that basically lasts a week also equally important, or is it just different? So that's basically something that I have to decide for myself, because I'm thinking of buying a new tablet, and I was looking at my options, and it's like, do I buy an expensive tablet for $500 that'll last me a couple years, or do I buy a tablet for like $200 that'll maybe last the same amount of time, but most likely won't? Who knows? This is my SF9 collection. Still a beautiful collection. I love the way that I basically have every single photocard slot filled out. So, I guess I should have added my new banners. I could have added my new banners here, but I guess I forgot. Okay, the last one is my NCT Dream collection. This is arguably the smallest. Also the newest collection, but this one I do think I want to start selling. I'll probably just keep one or two albums. I don't know, like, my thing is with NCT Dream is that so many of their photo cards are just so dang cute. And I have full sets for some, and I definitely want to finish others. Like this Jisung, like, I swear, I promise, I will put this. Okay, technically I lie when I said this, because I said that if Infinite ever came back and released an album, I would sell my entire collection. Actually, no, I didn't say that. I said that I would sell my entire collection for an Infinite comeback, and then they did. So I didn't need to sell my collection. But if I find this last Jisung, and I purchased this Jaemin just to trade to a Jisung, if I find this last ISTJ direct-to-consumer Jisung, like, I think I can sell the rest of my collection and feel somewhat okay. Like, I definitely blacked out when I got into NCT Dream, because I discovered them at a very tumultuous time in my life. So I just started spending mad money on them. And I wanted to complete the OT7 set, but people aren't really selling these ID cards, or they're selling them for like $4 each. And I understand that it wasn't a fan sign version of the album, so they're going to be more expensive, but like, come on now. No one collects IDs. Why y'all trying to make me spend more money on it? I still need that last Rangjun. I should probably complete this, actually. I just had so much fun with cross-trading NCT Dream. Like, I bias Chunla, Jaemin, Jeno, and Haechan, or at least I collect them. So it was very easy to get Chunla photo cards, and very hard to get literally everyone else. I guess this is just an extra page. I could have sworn I sold everything from him, and I think I found a collect book where I put extra photo cards, and this was in there. I'm kind of healed from that. It's whatever. I guess I'll just always be sad about it at the end of the day. I don't engage with 127 at all anymore. I unfollowed all the members a while back, minus Haechan and Mark, obviously. But, I mean, hey, Yuta's solo albums are pretty good. I didn't like his latest one, weirdly enough. I thought it was, like, I don't know how to put his latest solo album. It was very country, Japanese rock, which is a crazy combination to me, so I wasn't too big of a fan. But I'm gonna try to remove all of my 127 items if I can. And this is just, crap ton of extras, including sticker sheets that I'll deal with. So that is all of my photo cards. I am happy with my collection. I think it's hit a point where I'm no longer trying to get anything else, minus like maybe a few cards here or there. But until then, like, I think I might actually just upload this as one video, and then in the next video, I'm just going to probably take out all of my albums from said shelf over there and then take a picture or do like a slideshow of the album with the photo cards to the side. So like, let's say I'm selling We Go Up. I'll like do a clip of the We Go Up album with all the photo cards next to it and just showcase what I'm removing from my collection. Like, there are already photo cards that I took out to sell and they haven't moved, so maybe I gotta adjust my pricing, but who knows. Either way, I'm happy with my collection. I'm happy to say goodbye to it. I hope it does sell. If not, I'm still happy to keep it. But until then, let's hope I don't gas myself out and lose the motivation to sell, because I really do kind of want some of this stuff to move. But anyways, thank you so much for watching and wish me luck as I hopefully give myself the discipline to actually remove things. So, yay, bye, have a good new year.